How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new anime discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about Magical Girl Racing Project Episode 5, guys. And what a blast this is becoming, guys. We are now actually going into a more battle-oriented episode, guys. Because in this episode, we are finally getting more involved with Winter Prison. We're getting more involved with Sister Nana, Magical Roid, and the most mysterious one of them all, guys, Cranberry, the musician of the forest, guys. Holy snap, I was excited for this episode, and many people told me that just wait for this episode. Wait, a lot of this episode is going to be explained more and more as to what's going on, and many people are right, guys. Holy snap, this episode was the cake of it all because we are actually witnessing what seems to be an internal plot that's actually happening in between the actual magical girls due to Faith again, guys. I keep telling you, Faith is up to something. Whoever is actually controlling Faith, because Faith is probably the voice of the administrators, whoever is the administrators that's actually rounding up these magical girls is now literally the central plot. And Cranberry-san, in this episode, guys, I feel like she might be actually closely related to the actual administrators, because for one fact, they actually mentioned that Cranberry-san was one of the oldest magical girls in there. So it goes along to say, who is Cranberry-san working for? Who sent her the actual emails to go take down the other magical girls? And by the way, why doesn't Cranberry-san collect magical candies? That's the one meal ticket right there, guys. Why doesn't Cranberry go get magical candies? Is it because Cranberry-san is, you could say, one of the administrators herself? Or is she just working for Fave, and Fave just needs somebody to actually make the girls actually turn against each other? Because due to the fact that in this episode, guys, Winter Prison and Sister Nana is actually going around about and actually telling the magical girls, no guys, we do not have to steal candies, we do not have to resort to these kind of tactics due to the fact that, you know, this is still because there are still more solutions to be happening. She's a philanthropist, you know, so I understand where she's coming from, because Sister Nana is actually, what she's doing is actually very smart. Instead of pitting them against each other, against all the magical girls, it's better if you all stand together and say, let's come up with a solution where we all have the same magical candies, where they can't eliminate us, guys. Boom. End of story, end of plot hole. Sister Nana is definitely one smart magical girl, because for a fact that the ranking system is based on the magical candies. And if you think about it as well, guys, why does Faith want to get rid of the magical girls? There should be another way of eliminating that. Or actually, you shouldn't have to kill them off. At least transfer them to another district. Duh. That's all that would make sense. But due to the fact that Faith wants to create this internal dilemma with the magical girls, he or she wants these magical girls dead. Dead in a sense, you know, like holy snap, you know, all of this is actually coming together, and it's coming out pretty well thought out, guys. Cranberry-san, on the other hand, is actually out to get the other magical girls and actually kill them herself. And Cranberry-san, my god, waifu status right there. Waifu, beautiful, strong, charismatic, and very serious to the bone. By the way, Cranberry-san actually is also a very interesting character due to the fact that her magical powers was explained just a little bit due to the fact that when she was fighting Winter Prison in this episode, it seems to be that her magic has to be revolving around, you could say, sound itself, because she actually mimicked, you could say, Sister Nana's actual voice. And it was crazy to actually see that in battle, because we still don't know what Cranberry is still capable of in the episode as well. Because she actually smirked at the end of Winter Prison's battle with her and said that, oh, she actually made me release a little bit of my magic. And I'm here thinking like, holy snap, there's more to come for Cranberry? Wow. I'm sorry, Sister Nana. I'm sorry that you have to be the scapegoat in order to showcase Cranberry's talents, but sorry to hear about that. Granted, though, the episode was still exciting as we actually are witnessing more and more of what's going on with the other magical girls. La Pucelle and, you could say, Snow White, they're still doing the dilemma and still actually, you could say, mourning over the deaths of Lord and Nemuri herself. And it's kind of crazy too at the same time that they're actually damaged due to the fact that, you know, they're actually finally realizing that what they're playing is not an actual little game. You know, what they're doing is actually very serious in a sense. And it's crazy too that, you could say, Swim, the Peaky Angels, and Tara, they're actually banding together to steal more magical candies, guys. Holy snap, you know, these characters are also one of the characters to actually be looking out for. because these characters are actually following suit to the game. They're following suit, but they're actually following suit to what Fave wants them to do. La Pucelle and Snow White, they're not really worrying themselves. They're just questioning. They're actually questioning, why are we doing this? Why do we have to do this? You know, they're thinking logically, guys. They really are thinking logically. But it's just because Swim Swim, the Peaky Angels, and Tada themselves, you know, the way that they're thinking, they're thinking like, you could say, in a tunnel vision. You know, they're not thinking outside the box. That's the thing with these characters, you know. And also with Calamity Carey, guys. I'm sorry, Calamity Mary. We're actually looking at more and more involved with her, guys. And I am loving what's going on with Calamity Mary. It's funny the way that they represented her in the previous episodes, guys. They represented her as a person you have to watch out for. You have to be careful. You have to be on guard when you're around her, because she's the lunatic one. And it's crazy because all the other girls are crazy. She's not. It's funny because Calamity Carey is crazy, but she's crazy in a sense that it's logical. You get me? Her craziness is due to the fact that, you know, that it makes sense as to why she's doing her stunts and opinions that she has. You know, she's putting her foot down. But the other girls, no, they're just acting out of the fear tactics that Fave is doing. Calamity Carey doesn't even care about the other magical girls. He just wants to be left alone. And that's what's the interesting fact about that, you know. Calamity Mary is the most sane one out of the crazy ones. You know, that's what I thought that to myself. Calamity Carey, still an interesting character to look at, because Magical Royd in this episode is just the same and heinous and malicious as Calamity Carey himself, because we actually looked in the fact that, you know, these two characters, very different from each other, still have the same ideals and ambitions to actually hurt others, but you could say due to robbing them of money themselves. They're very addicted to money. You know, these guys are like basically con artists. That's the way I see them. Calamity Carey is a con artist, and so is Magical Royd as well, because we saw Magical Royd in this episode. We actually involved her with, you could say, with what was her name? Sister Nana. And I felt sorry for Sister Nana due to being her philanthropist and being nice to everybody. You know, it comes at a price, because she is so gullible that Magical Royd was actually taking advantage of her, even though Magical Royd has no idea who the administrators are and who or what is going on. I don't even think Magical Royd actually even cares about what's going on around with the girls. I think he or she just wants the money that Sister Nana just awfully gives. You know, it's just crazy at the fact that the way that the system is going around with the magical girls. And like I said, Magical Royd is interesting at her magical power too, guys. Her magical power lets her create devices at a random every single day. And Sister Nana kind of falls prey to that because of the fact that, you know, Magical Royd helps Sister Nana out. You know, Sister Nana kind of has this viewpoint, basically, if you help me, oh my god, you're so nice, and I'll help you. It's a win. It's a kind of like a trade-off situation right there. But Sister Nana's going to have to come to a sudden realization that at one point, she's going to have to put her foot down and actually fight somebody due to her life being at stake. And that's the thing with Sister Nana's characterization, is going to be due to the fact that we might see something with Sister Nana, and that's going to be with Winter Prison, due to the fact that they have a loving relationship themselves. They have like a very romantic relationship. You know, they're two females loving each other. Nothing wrong with that, you know. But it's going to be that characterization that's going to showcase that Sister Nana might go crazy due to the fact that if she loses Winter Prison to Cranberry San or whoever might take her away. Like I said, it's very interesting at the fact how this is going, guys. Fave's tactics are very, very much working. And the way that all the magical girls, is because all these magical girls, they all have their own ambitions. If they all band together, guys, none of this would happen. I swear to God. I swear to God, if one of them just says, hey, wait, hold on, let's just band together, and we could all work this out, boom, the end of the story is done, and this will all go away. But that's it for this episode, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys' thoughts on Cranberry San? What did you guys think about her magical power? And do you guys think that she's working with the administrators themselves? Let me know down in the comments, guys. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Magical Girl Racing Project anime-related discussions. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.